the rebellion continues. In the Gospel of Mark, chapter 11, verses 15 to 17, it states clearly that the man called Jesus publicly went inside the church, or the temple as they called it, and then commits vandalism by tossing tables and chairs. Then, it is also the priests and scribes who wanted to destroy the man called Jesus. Now, at this point, it is obvious that the man so many called Jesus was against the officials and authorities. However, everyone in Jerusalem and throughout the world was a target because Jesus hated the nature of human beings. Don't believe me? By his own words, as spoken in the Gospel of Luke in chapter 14, verse 26, "If any man come to me, and not hate his father, and mother, and wife, and children, and brethren, and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple." Sorry preachers, you again need to shut your anuses. The fact is, the spirit of the man knew humanity well, and knew humans were a self-serving species of hypocrites. When speaking publicly, it was told to the listeners that they recognized the imperfection of another, while failing to their own imperfections. And the word used to describe humans is hypocrite, as is stated in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 7, verse 5, "Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye." In Matthew, chapter 16, verses 3 to 4, he challenges the Sadducees and Pharisees, "And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas." And he left them, and departed. Then again in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 11, verses 43 to 53, he again chastises the police and preachers, calling them hypocrites. Of course, in verse 44, the police try to provoke him, so they could arrest him, but they fail, and more evidence of the hatred between Jesus and authorities, being called hypocrites, continues on. Animosity between the man called Jesus and the police continues in the Gospel of Luke chapter 12, verses 1 to 4. "In the meantime, when there were gathered together an innumerable multitude of people, insomuch that they trode one upon another, he began to say unto his disciples first of all, Beware ye of the leaven of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy. For there is nothing covered, that shall not be revealed, neither hid, that shall not be known. Therefore whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear in closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetops. And I say unto you my friends, be not afraid of them that kill the body, and after that have no more that they can do." Now why would Pharisees kill their bodies? You will understand by reading the book of the Acts, when Saul, who becomes Paul, admits to King Agrippa, that he, as a police member charged many humans, and took part as witness against them in their persecutions. The Acts, chapter 26, verse 10, "Which thing I also did in Jerusalem, and many of the saints did I shut up in prison, having received authority from the chief priests, and when they were put to death, I gave my voice against them. And I punished them oft in every synagogue, and compelled them to blaspheme, and being exceedingly mad against them, I persecuted them even unto strange cities." Yes, Pharisees were police, and as they do today they did yesteryear, they kill, torture and rape many, behind the scenes, and out of the sights of witnesses. The police have been hated throughout millennia for enforcing the wills of kings, leaders, and governments against the masses of people. The military is no different, just another group of psychopaths, going out killing, raping, and torturing, under the false justifications of patriotism. All I am telling you now is the truth. Even in another battle between Jesus and the police of Jerusalem, the point was made clear against the police, as seen in Matthew chapter 21 verse 31. Jesus saith unto them, Verily I say unto you, that the publicans and the harlots go into the kingdom of God before you. I hope you are now realizing, this is no sermon. The truth is harsh, and the truth reveals deceit. Now you are aware of the lies about Eve and the serpent in the Garden of Eden. You know Jehovah, the God of the Old Testament, was the devil in disguise. And Jesus was a rebel against the police, against humanity. Humanity was already assessed in chapter 6 of the Genesis as beings with only evil desires. The true desires within every human are self-gratifications and self-serving thoughts. Even in the Gospel of John, chapter 2, verse 25, it states clearly, the man so many called Jesus needed to hear nothing from the lying lips of a human, because he knew what truly was in a human. The desire of humans is inherent by nature, truly for themselves. Their concerns about others are only concerns when the fate of another affects the harmony of their own reality. Sorry, but the truth does hurt. None of you will do anything about the rapes and murders of children in Iraq, or even the abuses in your own communities, unless the threat becomes directed at your own. This is the truth, and I will hear nothing of your lies in rebuttal. I know, the words all human beings speak do not reflect the true thoughts inside the being. Lie to one another, show teeth and a smile to deceive, but not one human can ever seduce me with lips that are born to lie. You are all beings, born of dark soil, inhaling dark airs of conflict, in a field of determination. By natural design, the whole of this species remains in deceit. This race remains locked in darkness, denying the true colors of the oceans surrounding the sun. They deny the true colors of dark airs that surrounds them, even by the light of the day. More than half of the world follows religion, and this half still adheres to lies, and fails to recognize the ones playing God were no more than the human playing a wizard behind a curtain, was really a wizard in The Wizard of Oz. If more than half of the human species follows a religion, and the large percentage influences the economies, laws, and politics that directly impact the destinies of the other half, it is important to know the real truth about religion. Those playing gods with humanity all along were no gods. They were what the human race refers to as devils. They were not offering love, but war, rape, torture, obedience and control. The real devils don't carry pitchforks. The real devils offer you technology, they offer you illusions in the skies, and some fly in the air in ships and vessels that humanity deems as alien life. They control you from below. They are the beings that have faced their fate in the fields of determination. They need no water, as they are composed of only the dark elements of soil. They are not like the human race, being composed of dark elements, of both soil and water. Their spirits are attached to bodies that can only exist in darkness, filtered from the light of the sun. In the surface of this world, they primarily come at night. They were known as your medieval vampires and demons, spoken of for millennia. During the day, they remain protected within the craft, with suits and eye lenses that protect them from the aging elements of the sun. This may sound to you as a theory, but only through acceptance can you understand. It is the way it is here, because of what you are, where you are, and whom truly governs the human race. No more excuses. If you want false fairy tales to appease your fearful spirit, I assure you now, you will find none in the truth. Lies will only keep you temporarily secure from the true hidden reality. Lies will only protect you for so long from the nightmares that truly exist in this world, before the nightmare catches up with you. You are going to naturally oppose what I am about to say next. The human psyche is fragile. You are in the upper field of hell now. You are here now. This is the closest you will ever be to the real hell, in a field below, where physical life is eternal, and it is the same as you experience here. It is the opposite of the world above you, where whatever the spirit imagines is instantly produced, where one exists without the dark element of soil, and thrives as spirit in water. This is no theory, this is the reality that evades you. Do not forget, it is the invisible that gives life to the visible. You hear this in every telephone call, you see this on every television and every computer screen. You see and know this whenever you look into a mirror. It is time for you to grasp the reality that has evaded you. It is time to let go of the human concepts in a human world that chains you to this dungeon of deception. It is time to break your spirit free of the prison of sorrows here. I will offer you this, and only this, I will let you remain asleep, so much longer. You will continue to remain, in a dream state, within these fields of determination, for so much longer. You will continue to experience a mixture of pleasant feelings, mixed with nightmarish days. To break free from the dark spell of hell, you need your spirit to awaken, to be taken home. Some of you are the lost sheep from above, who wandered into these fields of darkness, and became lost. Some of you are not from here, but have only forgotten where you came from. I have told you that in every speck of air is the thumbprint of the spirit of all, a procreative dual spirit of both existence and environment. All spirit, all conscious beings, are extensions of the all, just as all human beings are temporarily extensions of the earth they inhabit now. All of you, just like the all, are a dual spirit of existence and environment. You all have dual connections to experience your existence. You currently are connected to the environment of your body, and also to the environment of this world. This is your current dual connection. The beings above you are also connected to the environment of their body, and as well, the environment of those oceans above you. A living being can only recognize their own environment and their own being. So, as your species cannot believe a world of pure positive energy and continual creation really exists, nor can they above you believe your world of such conflict, negativity, pain, sorrow, misery, violence and destruction really exists. This is the real truth. To help you visualize spirit and dual connections, I will offer you a simple analogy. As I mentioned earlier, the spirit fashioned your physical design from a mere speck of air, and animates you now. The spirit controls the body, just as a remote control signals the actions to a radio-controlled car. The directions to the car are fed through the air by the remote, just as the spirit of your true being feeds direction to the temporary environment of your body. It is always the spirit that commands the body, and the body only fulfills the request of spirit. This is inescapable truth. I have no interest in physical bodies that deteriorate and die. It is spirit that is eternal and immortal, and will always experience existence in one form or another. The dual connection you are experiencing now is similar to a computer being connected to two ports, one port being connected to the display screen, and the second port connecting directly to the worldwide internet. The port of the display screen is your physical body, and the port to the internet is the spirit of airs that surrounds you. The port of the display screen allows you to accomplish work, while the Earth's internet port allows you to receive dreams. The internet of airs, inside this world, is played out on a screen of airs, before your spirit. The imagery within a dream is appointed to you by the magic of airs that flow within the Earth's spirit. This is only a human analogy, a figurative analogy, but it is a human language, using today's technology, to help you understand, even though you still do not. Simply put, to experience existence in an environment, as does the spirit of all, you need a dual connection. You need two connections, to two environments, to perceive your own existence, within a shared environment. I will use the computer analogy one more time. Everything you see on a screen, and everything you witness on the internet, is only able to be realized when the computer receives power from an energy circuit. The internet, like your reality, only exists if the invisible field continues to permit the power source to give life to the computer, and only then is the computer a reality. Without the invisible field, the reality of cell phone, television, the internet, and you yourself would cease to exist. Without the power source of the spirit, the computer of your body will cease to function, and will cease to experience the internet of the world. I know, you are confused.